On this episode of Ginas Doggie Paddle, we visit the beautiful mountain town of Guanajuato. One thing that struck me about this town is how the roads snake their way through the mountains, and then you come out to the most colorful sight you've ever seen. So grab a taco, sit back and relax as we enjoy the music, the culture, the food, the real Mexican heroes, and the mummies of Guanajuato, Mexico. This particular story started out like pretty much every horror story you could think of. 4 kids on an adventure. Even though 2 of them were middle-aged. So we hopped in the car to see the sights, the culture, the statues, and an ass. And that's when it all went wrong. So I can't flash the mummies? Shoes on. Okay, enough with that creepiness. Let's celebrate life instead. What's that mean?
It means the white girl. And then there's a legend that when they get buried with shoes, that they don't go to heaven. So like Pearl did not get to go to heaven.
Poor Pearl. The story behind these mummies is this. Near the location where this particular museum is located is a cemetery. Between the mid-19th century and the mid-20th century, there was a local tax requiring the families of the deceased to pay the tax. If they lapsed for more than 5 years, the body was disinterred or moved. When that happened, they noticed that many of the bodies have been mummified, probably due to a number of factors including the high altitude and arid climate, along with sealed crypts and wooden coffins to absorb the moisture. The cemetery workers would take the well-preserved bodies and store them, which in turn attracted people to see them, so they started charging people to see the mummies. In the mid-20th century, though, the tax was eventually abolished, but the bodies still remain well-preserved in this museum. But we arrived back at the creepy part, where most of these people lived a full and happy life. These three ended tragically. What are these names?
He was stabbed to death. It just says el apuñalado. It just means stabbed to death.
Okay. That's probably why he's got that big.
Yeah, that big hole right there. The one in the middle is el ahogado, that he was drowned. A light kind of. There's a tragic death that occurred in the Oya, 1965. The body was exhumed in 1971. You can observe the blue and purple color coloration of the skin due to the lack of oxygen caused by the presence of water inhalation in the lungs.
This one's freaky.
This one, her name was Ignacia Aguilar de Chirilo, was buried alive.
And the reason her arm is up like that is because when she realized she was buried alive, she bit into her own vein so that she would bleed out.
Thanks for visiting.
But one of the truly scariest parts of the museum was the exit ramp. I'd hate to go down that thing in a wheelchair. That'd be kind of freaky.
What?
To go down that thing in a wheelchair. We have seen death and lived through it. And on the next episode of Ginas Doggy Paddle, we enjoy life. We get romantic and we visit Guanajuato. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and like. We'll see you next time.